Yo, welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Breathe Hoops with your boy, Nikki P. You know who it is. Let's get to it, man. That national championship game that just concluded was crazy. Man, that was one for the books right there. A battle of ebbs and flows, momentum shifts, and then just tight, close games where players were getting flustered, players were operating and showing up. The saying, pressure either busts pipes or makes diamonds. And we saw that today. And what a great game overall that came down to the wire. And, it was an epic one, an epic battle that Florida ultimately ended up winning. So let's get down and let's get to it and talk about all the specifics of the game. The 2025 NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship game between the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars was a thrilling contest that showcased dramatic shifts in momentum, standout individual performances from a couple players, and strategic battles on both ends of the court. In the first half, it was a story about Houston's defensive dominance. From the outset, Houston's renowned defense set the tone, stifling Florida's high-powered offense, especially their best player, Clayton, holding them to let alone barely any point, 1 or 2 points in the first half, and holding them to not even having a single field goal made for a vast amount of the entire game, and including the entire first half. The Cougars' perimeter pressure disrupted the Gators' ball movement, leading to contested shots and limited scoring opportunities. They were closing the airspace, filling the gaps, contesting every shot. Players weren't getting the easy looks that they were used to getting throughout the season prior to this Final Four game, because Houston was playing playoff caliber defense out there. And, they closed the airspace. They're with you step for step with the lateral quickness. And they were just out there balling defensively as a unit. Florida's leading scorer, Walter Clayton Jr., as I was alluding to a little earlier, who'd been averaging 24.6 points a game in the tourney, found it difficult to find his rhythm against Houston's aggressive defense. Concurrently, Houston's offense capitalized on Florida's struggles, with guard L.J. Cryer leading the charge. Cryer, who had previously scored 26 in the semifinals against Duke, continued his offensive prowess, propelling the Cougars to a significant lead by halftime. The second half was about Florida's resilient comeback. After the break, the Gators displayed remarkable resilience. Adjusting their offensive strategy, they increased ball movement and utilized off-ball screens to create open looks. Clayton Jr. began to find his groove and began to get a little more comfortable out there, find his shooting touch, get to the rack a little bit, get some easy looks to fall in, and get into his rhythm, igniting a scoring run that chipped away at Houston's lead. Florida's defense also intensified, applying pressure that led to turnovers and disrupted Houston's offensive flow. The Cougars' offense became notably stagnant during this period, struggling to generate quality shots and failing to respond effectively to Florida's surge. Walter Clayton Jr. emerged as the catalyst for Florida's comeback in the second half, showcasing his scoring ability and leadership. His clutch shooting and playmaking were instrumental in shifting the game's momentum. On the other hand, Houston's L.J. Cryer, despite a strong first half, faced difficulties in the latter stages of the game as Florida's defense keyed in on him, limiting his effectiveness. Additionally, Houston's bench, which had been a concern due to limited depth, struggled to provide necessary support, exacerbating the team's offensive woes, allowing Florida to get back in the game. In the closing moments, with the game hanging in the balance, Florida executed crucial plays on both ends of the floor. Clayton Jr.'s leadership and scoring, combined with the team's defensive tenacity, culminated in a narrow victory for the Gators. And that last play of the game was, that's a horrible way to lose, and you could see it all over Houston coach's face. It's like, you don't even get a shot off, but he jumps in the air, lets go of the ball, because he knew he was about to get his shot blocked if he let that one fly. And he couldn't touch the rock after that, and, it was just too late until his teammates, noticed what had happened. And then everybody started diving for the ball, and the time had ran out the clock without Houston even being able to get a look off to try to tie or get the lead. And that's just a sad way to go out, especially in a championship game. This win secured Florida's third national title and their first since '07, which I think was back when Joakim Noah and Al Horford were over there together, getting a couple back-to-back titles. This highlights a remarkable journey through the tournament and a testament to their perseverance and adaptability. So what y'all think? Y'all enjoy the game? I know it was a nail-biter that probably kept a lot of y'all on the edge of y'all seats. So jump in that comment section and let me know what y'all thought. And let me know who you think the best player out there was. Let me know just your overall take on the game, if it lived up to another epic, classic NCAA National Championship game. that'll be played on ESPN Classic 20, 30 years from now. Hit that subscribe button, holla at me, smash that like button, and yeah, let's get to it. And once again, this is Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Hoops. And this was another national championship game for the books, man. And until the next time, I'll get back to y'all. Peace.